The next theory is the many world interpretations theory. This theory is actually supported by Fiona Broome, and she says that these aren't simple errors in memory. They exceed the normal range of forgetfulness. Even stranger, other people seem to have identical memories. So this theory kind of suggests that there are many different universes that are all in parallel with one another, and that these false memories are just residue from other universes. This is a really supported theory. Just in general, the Mandela effect is only a small aspect of it.
Alright, this is Awkward Occurrence or Awkward Entertainment. Let's get into this Mandela effect. Screen. Now we're going to go to two different websites about Mandela effect, and this is one of them. The Bernstein Bears. Now, the Bernstein Bears theory came out in 2013, along with the Mandela theory and Fruit Loops. Most adults, or just mostly adults, who were thinking about it, it was always Bernstein, they say, the people who got fooled by Mandela effect 2013 when that whole deception came out. But I would bet you that none of them read Bernstein books after they left maybe fourth grade. Like, you weren't reading Bernstein books after fourth, fifth, sixth grade. So the memory of reading that book isn't as complete as you think, because you've been so far removed from that time as a child reading these books. All right, that makes sense. Right, it does. Do I want to start on paragraph 1? Let's start with me. Would you trust a memory that felt as real as your other memories? And if other people confirm that they remembered it too? What if the memory turned out to be false? This scenario was named Mandela Effect by Fiona Broome in 2009. Yep, Fiona Broome. Because she thought he died in the 90s or 80s. I mean, really? Now, most people don't know who the presidents of African countries are. Most people in America don't know who presidents of Africa are. And that goes for 2010, year 2000, year 1990. Americans weren't worried about who was president of Africa. So, you worry about who's president of America. It's a shared false memory, not due to so-called glitches in the matrix, says Fiona Broome. Or is there some other explanation for what's happening? Broome attributes this disparity to the many worlds or multiverse interpretation of quantum mechanics. So she tries to attach her belief to quantum mechanics, and quantum mechanics has never been about going back in time. Albert Einstein, the little funny scientist, Albert Einstein said, you can take a spaceship, orbit the opposite way of the moon, and you will go back in time. That makes no sense at all. Okay, why aren't stars and comets or whatever going back in time? You can make that experiment with a satellite and reverse the satellite. So let's continue. Albert Einstein. No. All of those were theories. All of his work is theory. Meaning can't prove, you know. Okay. Now this paragraph talking about electrons. When not directly observed, electrons and other subatomic particles distract like waves, only to behave like particles when a measurement is made. Essentially, it is as if these particles exist in multiple places simultaneously until directly observed. That makes no sense. Particles can exist in multiple places, but not the particles you think. I would say particles you can't see. The particles you want to add mass to, such as what CERN is used for. CERN is using that machine for various different reasons, like adding mass to neutrons, protons. There's no time machines, y'all. So they're basically saying CERN is a time machine, and CERN is playing peekaboo or little games by going back in time and somehow changing words on books, changing letters. So I guess they figure CERN jumps into a time machine. One of their employees jump in a time machine. They go back and tell the person to change this letter to A from E. Really? Or they go back and save Nelson Mandela from prison. Okay. So the people who believe Nelson Mandela died in prison, who did you think was president of that African country this whole time? Like from the 90s to the early 2010s, who did you think was president? You can't answer that one because you weren't studying who was president. You wasn't studying who were the presidents of Africa. You weren't. You just weren't. Let's skim through this. 'Cause I'm not gonna read this whole thing. Schrödinger cat is something used on the Big Bang Theory. Which Big Bang Theory is a theory, something they can't prove. They can't remake. They can't prove. Let's keep going. It is important to keep in mind that the many worlds interpretation was developed to explain the results of physics experiments and not the Mandela effect. So the next time somebody come to me and say many worlds, yeah, okay, it has to do with physics experiments and not Mandela effect. It's like they trying to steal stuff from quantum physics and the quantum world, to give an explanation for their delusions. They're trying to explain your delusions away with CERN. I'm like, wow. Okay, Broom believes that her shared memory isn't actually false because she's the ghost hunter, demon hunter. When you ghost hunting, you come across demons, which they're all demons, and you know how demons go in the movies when they're attached to a human. And that she and others who remember a different past were actually in a parallel reality with a different timeline that somehow got crossed with our current one. So one of her theories is you have residue memories. So residue is when you wake up and you have a memory of something else. It's not when you wake up in a different universe. Now the way it's been explained by Miss Broom, we're gonna see how she actually explained it. The way it's been explained, it's only memories. You're not waking up in a parallel universe. And if it's only memories, I mean it's just false memories. Let's continue. They talk about Reddit here. Regardless of what happened. Yeah, there's no denying shared memories exist. You can go to India, and some people may remember this spelled different as a kid, and some may remember it spelled the way it is. The person who would be right is the way it's spelled right now is the way it is. But that's all that is. You don't remember every little detail of how books are spelled, especially long title books. You could probably take a Harry Potter book, change one of the letters in one of the words, because they title long, and say it's a Mandela effect. And thank you for that idea. All right, let's continue. So I'm skimming through this because it's a bunch of bull dookie. It's a bunch of bull dookie. The Reddit epic Drowning Man. Shazam never existed. Hold on, what they say right here? When misinformation is introduced, it can actually compromise the fidelity of an existing memory. This is exactly why in a court of law, attorney can object to leading question that suggests a specific answer. Yeah. So that's like asking someone if Fruit Loops would spell Fruit Loops, and then show them a fake picture of Fruit Loops. So you show them a picture of Fruit when it's actually Froot. You show them a fake box that's been manipulated by technology. They're gonna think it was Fruit Loops, Fruit. Let's continue, and that's the end of that one. All right, let's get on to part 2. This will be part 2. So this is MandelaEffect.com. The other one was some off-brand site, but still just as crazy. This starts off most popular topics. Does a different history exist? Is it hiding in plain sight in memories and events you witness yourself? This is the original Mandela website. So I guess this is Fiona Broom's website. They introduced themselves as Fiona Broom. She launched it in 2009. Didn't become popular until 1/3/2013 to discuss memories that's in document. So what was her first memory in 2009 on this website? It wasn't Nelson Mandela because he was still alive. So what was her first memory? She's not going to say. That's what I'm saying. So popular topics, Forrest Gump. A lot of people on YouTube do Forrest Gump day in, day out. Someone just did another 51 or 52 state United States live stream. So they just recycling these topics with no new information, no evidence, no nothing. Of course, Nelson Mandela out in prison. It's been Looney Tunes the whole time because the music in the background. Now, I believe everyone in Mandela Effect who is lived in delusion by this, knows this Looney Tunes. Like, you always hear the music in the background. Jiffy Peanut Butter, they had a weak example. Mirror is weak. All of these are little small details anyone can forget. Anyone. Some of these date back to your childhood, so you're not going to remember every small detail of these little things. And not everybody bought Jeff Peanut Butter. Sometimes your mom bought the not named brands. Okay, these links all lead to a book, buying a book. So all these links are just you going to go buy the book. She has 5 of them. Dun 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 dun. The memory study doesn't mean all and the memories are different. Person I love. I'm just skimming through this. It's all trash. I'm pretty sure most of you read this. Now go to Bernstein, but it's trash. But she has a video. She talks about that. How it can be fake. It is fake, but how it can be fake. So none of this is logical that she goes on to say. This is why no one's really into this. But it's not logical. I don't have to read it. It's not logical. Like, why would I read stuff that's meant to put you into an alternative state of mind, of delusions? Yeah, no one saw those blogs. Like we said, no one saw those blogs, really. Trying to add a backstory to a delusion. Oh yeah, time travel is not real. You can't play God. You're not God. God has made sure you can't build time machines because you can't bring back the dead. You can't reverse the way the sun is going. Now, this isn't science fiction, people. This is science fiction. This is why people have made a movie and a couple of people have made short films. Because this is entertainment. This is entertainment. At best, Mandela effect is good for movies. For something you to believe in and grasp onto as a religion, no. It's good to go watch a movie about and say, wow, ooh. I mean, I can write a movie about this. This is so simple. I can write a short film about this. So simple. I just want to see how people believe this crap. It's so simple. Twilight Zone, nobody's that crazy. That's what they should rename this, the Twilight Zone, Twilight Zone, They need to do an episode about Mandela effect. I know it reminds you of the Twilight Zone and the Outer Limits. Right. Something straight out Twilight Zone and Outer Limits. That's the basis of Twilight Zone and Outer Limits. Is alternative realities. All their TV shows is dealing with weird alternative realities or a thing happening in your reality that's spooky. Outer Limits, Twilight Zone dealt with aliens, spooky occurrences. I'm pretty sure they dealt with multi-universes. So that's what that sounds like. I might start calling this Twilight Zone. It's the Twilight Zone, people. Yeah, but time travel, do you want to read this? No, not really. Not too many people go this far in the video anyway. No. No. They try to say Jerry Stiller died twice. And there was his wife that died earlier than him, a few years earlier than him. They just couldn't remember which Stiller it was. So I did a video about Jerry Stiller and Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller's dead and his mother. Hey, cuckoo. All right, I'm going to end this out. This has been awkward occurrence. I'm not going to read all this. It's no use. What's the title of this video? This is exploring the internet of Mandela effect. Quantum physics has nothing to do with time travel because it would never happen because time travel isn't meant to happen or it would have. Computers aren't God. Thank you. See you in the next video.
A ti yo no quiero arroz, yo no quiero arroz ni en China, vamos.